There comes a moment you wake up one morning and realize with startling clarity that decades have flown by an instant, chasing careers, caring for others, endlessly trying to meet others' expectations. And suddenly there's silence, deep, profound silence where one question emerges: what truly mattered in all that hustle? For many of us, the most valuable understanding arrives only with age. At 30, we think we've grasped wisdom. At 50, we believe there's still time to fix everything. By 70, we realize many opportunities have passed. But precisely in this moment, when silver hair reflects accumulated wisdom, a unique chance appears to truly begin living, consciously, with dignity, and with a profound understanding of yourself. Lesson 1. Your mindset shapes your reality at any age. The first thing you must truly understand: your thinking creates your reality, not circumstances, not your years lived, not others' opinions. Everything begins with your internal dialogue. When you convince yourself that it's too late at my age, that's for young people, I'm too old for changes, you build an invisible cage that restricts you more than any external barrier. Each such thought becomes like a brick in a wall, separating you from joy, possibilities, and new discoveries. But change this dialogue, and the world around begins to transform. Even if you're over 60, 70, or 80, your mind can change, learn, and grow. Science confirms neuroplasticity persists until our final days. Allow yourself to be a beginner again. Permit yourself not to know. Allow yourself to grow, especially when gray hair highlights the wisdom in your eyes. Lesson 2. Responsibility liberates. For years, we might wait for someone else to change our lives for better. Adult children, doctors, government, chance. But with age comes a revelation. No one will live your life for you. And in this simple truth lies a paradoxical source of strength. When you finally accept complete responsibility for each day, each decision, each emotion, a remarkable clarity and freedom emerges. The need to blame circumstances disappears. The powerless waiting for miracles vanishes. A calm determination to act appears, right now, with what you have. Stop being hostage to your age. Take the helm of your life into your own hands, even if those hands bear the wrinkles of time. It is responsibility that gives us genuine freedom of choice and action at any age. Lesson 3. Discipline is more reliable than inspiration. Media convinces us that changes require motivation, passion, inspiration. But at the core of every significant change lies simple, quiet, almost invisible discipline. This becomes especially evident after 60. Discipline is a quiet decision to rise 15 minutes earlier to stretch, despite morning joint stiffness. It's choosing water instead of sweet tea, though you want to indulge yourself. It's the ability to put down your phone and open a book. To remain silent when you want to vent frustration. To take a walk on a cloudy day. In these small, almost imperceptible demonstrations of willpower lies true power. Not in bright flashes of inspiration that come and go, but in the stability of daily choice. In mature age, discipline becomes a reliable compass when emotions and motivation fluctuate. Lesson 4. The power of small actions. We often think serious changes require radical steps, especially after 60, when time seems to flow faster. But the truth is that small, consistent actions possess remarkable transformative power. One phone call to an old friend each week. 5 minutes of meditation every morning. A page of a new book before bed. A glass of water on an empty stomach. 3 minutes of deep breathing in moments of stress. Each action individually seems insignificant. After a week, they won't bring noticeable changes. But after a month, you'll feel the difference. And after a year, your life might become unrecognizably different. Age only amplifies the effect of small actions because with years, we learn to value not speed, but consistency. Lesson 5. Failures are your teachers of wisdom. With age, many of us become more cautious. Fear of making mistakes, appearing ridiculous, or experiencing failure can paralyze our will to act. But it's important to understand, failure is not the opposite of success, but an integral part of it. Each mistake, Each disappointment is a lesson bringing you closer to wisdom. Only those who undertake nothing make no mistakes. Herein lies a special virtue of mature age, the ability to try new things knowing you might fail, and moving forward anyway. Sometimes it may be awkward, sometimes painful, but this is evidence that you're still growing, still living a full life. After all, our scars and mistakes often become the source of the most valuable stories we can pass on to future generations. Lesson 6. Your habits shape your life. Want to truly understand what your life will be like in a year? Don't look at your dreams and plans. Look at your daily habits. Especially after 60, they gain decisive importance. What you do every day shapes not only your mood and health, but the very fabric of your life. How do you talk to yourself in the morning? What do you do in the first hour after waking? What thoughts do you end your day with? Which people do you regularly communicate with? These habits are like invisible threads weaving your reality. They either lift you up or quietly, day by day, drain your life force. For a mature person, it's especially important to consciously choose habits that support dignity, health, and the joy of each day. Lesson 7. Your environment determines life quality. There's ancient wisdom. Tell me who your friend is, and I'll tell you who you are. With age, this truth gains new depth. The people around you are the most powerful influence on your thinking, mood, and even health. If you spend time with people who constantly complain about age, illnesses, and the unfairness of the world, you unconsciously absorb this model of relating to life. But if you're surrounded by those who radiate gratitude, interest in life, and self-respect, even in advanced age, their energy supports and inspires you. Sometimes true self-love and mature age manifests through the courage to distance yourself from people whose presence depletes you, even if these connections have lasted decades. Your time and energy are too precious to give to those who don't value the gift of your presence. Lesson 8. Health is your priceless capital. Youth allows us to treat health as something taken for granted. We can skip sleep, eat poorly, ignore body signals, and it continues to serve us faithfully. But with years comes understanding. Health is not just the absence of disease. It's the foundation for quality of your entire life. Without proper sleep, mental clarity is impossible. Without regular movement, the body loses strength and flexibility faster than we think. Without proper nutrition, energy and mood suffer. Without periods of silence and rest, the nervous system becomes exhausted. Caring for your body and mind is not a whim or luxury. It's a necessary investment in the quality of each day. Treat yourself with the same attention and care you would give to your most precious person, because for yourself, you are that person. Lesson 9. Money is a tool, not a goal. With age, many of us rethink our relationship with money. What seemed vitally important at 40 may lose significance by 70. And that's normal. Money is not a measure of your worth. It's merely a tool for providing security and freedom of choice. Don't save to impress others or reach some abstract figure in your account. Save to ensure your independence, to have the ability to help loved ones, to travel or learn something new if your soul desires, to not depend on circumstances. Respect money as a resource, but don't become it hostage, especially at an age when time and health become the most valuable currencies. Lesson 10. Don't wait for the perfect moment. One of the greatest revelations that comes with age is realizing that the perfect moment to begin doesn't exist. There will never be an appropriate time to focus on your health, start writing memoirs, reconcile with relatives, or master a new hobby. There is only today, this moment, and a small action right now is worth more than 1,000 plans for tomorrow, especially when you're over 60, 70, or 80. Don't wait for Monday to start exercising. Don't postpone until holidays to call someone with whom you want to restore relations. Don't think that new beginnings require special conditions. Start with what's available right now, and you'll see how new doors gradually open. Lesson 11. Value lies in depth, not quantity. In youth, we often chase numbers and achievements. Number of friends, salary size, square footage of housing, countries on the travel list. But with years comes a realization that life's true value is measured not by breadth, but by depth. It's not so important how many tasks you completed, how many positions you held, or how much property you accumulated. Far more important, how deeply you were able to love, whether you could forgive sincerely without remnants of bitterness, whether you could enjoy simple moments, whether you learned to accept yourself as you are. In an era that worships busyness and multitasking, one of the most radical acts of wisdom becomes the ability to focus on what truly matters and let go of the rest. Lesson 12. The present is all we have. And finally, perhaps the most important understanding that life experience brings, the present moment is the only reality we possess. Not yesterday, which we regret. Not tomorrow, which we worry about. Only now. The ability to be present in the moment, not escaping in thoughts to the past or future. This is an art that with age becomes not just a philosophical concept, but a practical skill for survival and flourishing. When you are truly here and now, when you're fully engaged in conversation with a grandchild, when you genuinely taste your food, when you allow yourself to completely immerse in music or nature, you experience what psychologists call flow. This state of deep satisfaction doesn't depend on external achievements or recognition. You've already come a long way. You've accumulated invaluable experience, lived through losses and gains, made mistakes and risen again. And the most amazing thing, the best moments of your life might still lie ahead. Not because everything is just beginning. We'll leave these beautiful but empty phrases to motivational coaches. But because now you possess what you didn't have in youth. The wisdom to value each moment of life as a priceless gift. So take one small step today. Quiet, unnoticeable to others, but your own. A step toward living more fully, more consciously, with greater respect for yourself. Because life after 60 is not an epilogue. It's a new chapter where you can finally become the author of your own story. What will be on your pages?